Well, good morning and welcome to the local forest. Now this morning I've decided to come with a very simple camera. It's just my Minolta TLR with a tripod and its usual 80mm standard lens. Now, while I love using my system cameras like the Bronica with the interchangeable lens system, sometimes I just like to keep things really simple, and that's the plan for today. One roll of film, simple 1950s camera. Now, after a fair old bit of searching for the last 45 minutes or so, I have come across an arrangement of trees I like, which is what you're typically trying to do when you're shooting in a forest. An awful lot of trees in forests. The hard part is making something interesting and unusual or balanced about them. And this is one area where the square format, I think, comes into its own. It has a natural symmetry to it. Now, I have chosen to shoot 3 trees which are in the foreground, and they are framing a brighter background. Now that presents some problems because I have Fuji Velvia in here, hardly any latitude, a dynamic range, whatever we want to call it. So I have had to place my exposure in the middle and hope that the extremes are caught within the latitude of the film. Gone for 4 seconds and 8 seconds because it is a bit of a balance between the highlights and shadows, and with a bit of reciprocity that's equated to 5 seconds and 11 seconds at f/16. Now I've come across another scene. Now sadly this one does not suit the 80mm lens on the Minolta. However, if I change my position, my angle, my altitude, my relative height to the subject, it loses its impacts. I need the tree trunk, and I also need that remainder of the sort of golden autumn foliage in there. I say autumn, it's probably like a year since. So I've got to crop in. Now I've taken the shot, I've taken it at 1 second at f/16, and I am going to crop quite considerably, so it'll be interesting to see what effect that has on the final quality of the image. Now this last image is just that sort of image where you'll never shoot it again. Every time you come to a location like this, the foliage will be different, the light will be different. It's not a classic shot, it's a very small, intimate scene. Probably at my closest focus with the Minolta TLR, about 4 feet, 3-4 feet. And I just got an arrangement of ferns here with the tree trunk and very soft, subtle lighting, which hopefully will work with the Velvia. 2 seconds at f/22 for maximum depth of field. Not sure I'll be able to hold everything, but that's not important really. So how did it go with my little shoot this morning with the beautiful TLR, the beautiful Autocord? Well, it's pretty good actually. I mean, I'm not that inspired by the light or the subject matter today, I'll be totally honest, and I did struggle to find compositions, but that's not the camera's fault. The camera was perfect. Close focusing enough. Focal lens were fine. I could have maybe done with a bit more of a crop on that that image of the tree, which I showed you. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Now, I would say that this is the sort of camera I would take on those days when I'm not totally obsessed with, you know, getting every single possible shot or angle. It's the sort of camera where it's going to be casual use. You know, cityscapes would be excellent for this camera. I can imagine walking around Liverpool or Manchester with this all day, and I have done with TLRs in the past. Anyway, yes, sorry, rambling on. I'll get this roll of Velvia back now, get it developed in my Jobo processor. Yeah, hoping some of those will come out quite well. I did bracket a few, I'll be honest, because I didn't have many shots to take today and I had the luxury of bracketing, so I do have the possibility of picking the best exposure for highlight or shadow detail. So yes, so from me and the little Minolta, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you again soon.